unconventional morning for me. I gotta get some computer work done as much as I don't want to, but things have to get done one way or the other. So feel free to ask me questions. Welding related or not, doesn't matter to me. I'm going through a little bit of a, I got decisions to make. And this has been coming up for a while. I know it's been coming up for a while. I just got to decide what I want to do. But nothing bad. It's actually all very good. It's a very good situation to be in. It's just a matter of what I want to do. Good morning, everybody. I gotta figure that out too. Damn. Shouldn't need to do that. That should be done. That should be done. Now I gotta figure out what the hell is going on with this. Yeah, let's update that. B Money. What's going on, B Money? I'm gonna figure this out. Let me grab my camera real quick. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out. So I have camera software on here, and for whatever reason, it's just not syncing the way I want it to. And I've got a big project coming up that I have to record. And with a couple more projects that I have coming up, this project that I'm working on that I am keeping kind of a secret for now is gonna take up the majority of my time. And I have to get it done a little quicker than I anticipated. So I gotta figure out why my software is not recognizing my camera. Because my My computer definitely is. Yeah, it's right there. I have not released the project yet. What I can tell you, and it's going to be released on YouTube soon, is it is. I mean, I can tell you it's a big project. It's got wheels and an engine. I guess it is some type of vehicle. Yeah, it is some type of vehicle. I've got to figure out the details. I got to make sure everything's squared away. I got a package coming. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working. I think you guys will like it. I think you guys will like it a lot. We are going to... No, it's not a mini bike, although that was a thought. I think one of the things that I do want to do, if I have the time, I have to see how it goes this year, because I got some projects coming up that might take up a lot more time than I thought. But one of the projects that we thought of was doing a mini bike build off, like chop, almost like biker build off, only smaller. That's one thing that I really want to do. I would love to do a factory 5 car. But no, that's not the project. I would love to do it though. Let me see what we got going on here. Why is this? Okay. Can I sell you some money? No, sorry. What is a max? All right, I'm looking that up because that sounds interesting. You're trying to quit. I understand. Oh, you talking about the buggies? I know it is too convenient. That's awesome. Do you have any videos or pictures of it? this? I don't understand why this isn't working. One thing I've learned through one thing I've learned with how humans work is the problem is with habits is that habits don't, it's really hard to break a habit without replacing it. I would venture to say it's almost impossible because of the way we're designed. Your house is getting burned down. Why? The easiest thing to do is replace one habit for the other, and the idea is to replace the less healthy habit with a more healthy habit. But most habits are not healthy. Why isn't this working? What the hell? It's got to be my drivers. Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do is to replace the habit with a healthier one. What's going on, Daniel? This is driving me nuts. Oh. Thank you. This is actually a logo from Interforce. They're one of those companies that sell shirts and you have the opportunity to win a vehicle. They do a lot of truck giveaways and stuff, so I usually look around and see what hats I like and stuff, and one of them. Yes, of course, I watch Cletus McFarlane. That's actually one of the first ones I started watching religiously. What the fuck, man? Why isn't this working? I don't understand. It's not showing me any video. None of them are. Alright, let's try something else. Maybe it's just me. Well, I know I don't have a lot of people on here who are live, but is there anything anybody wants to see or anything? Closest friends, one of welding tournament in high school. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, the one thing about welding is that you got to be kind of particular. So that's good. I'm glad to hear that, though. I like hearing stories like that. It's hard not to. It really is. Oh, um, what area is he from? Um, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not the most patient person in the world, but I get it done pretty well. I have an AC stick welder. Do you recommend MIG or torch or next? Um, well, this channel is all about getting into welding at home. One of the famous, not famous, but one of the most common sayings that I have is that welding can be just as popular as carpentry in the household. And really what that comes down to is just having the information. I'm trying to give that information out to everybody so they can do it at home. So the idea with this channel is I'm taking on projects and doing things with basic tools. My machines that I run, like this whole, now I have an inverter generator with a 200 volt outlet, but all these machines I run on 110 volt standard wall outlet. This little bench place that I built, I have a post on my YouTube channel that links you to the live that I did in Facebook on how to build this. That was done with a 110 outlet. Most of the projects that you see on my channel, actually almost all of them, are done on a 110 wall outlet with stick welding. So I would have to say, and as much as I'm trying not to be biased, I would definitely recommend stick welding over the other processes, especially to start. It's a little more difficult to learn. You learn all the basic principles to welding with stick welding, and it takes much lower amperage to get the same weld strength that a MIG weld or a TIG weld would. For example, to weld this press that I made, it's 5/8 plate, I used 80 amps on stick welding. If I was to weld this with MIG, I would probably need to run somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 amps, and then if I was TIG welding this, I'd have to run in the 200s. So less amperage, more penetration power. It's not as efficient, but it's the simplest one to get started with. So, but yeah, thank you. Stay tuned to the channel because, like I said, I got this big project coming up. I haven't released any information on it yet. I did hint on it a little while ago about DC versus AC. Well, the nice thing about AC is that you can get really good arc stability with the correct rods. You just don't get quite as much penetration power, and they tend not to be as efficient machines. But if it's what you have, it's what you have, and they work well. If you're using AC, I would recommend using 6011 and 6013 and even 7018. 7018 was a rod designed for AC welders initially. So no problem. That's what I'm here for. I'm also working on putting together this subscription membership thing where for $7 a month you weld live with me, and I kind of teach you how to weld. And this is basic stuff that you can do in your garage. So I want to start that back up again here soon. I want to start going over stick welding itself and excuse me, how to use it correctly, what rods to use in which situation, and doing this stuff at home. So it's kind of a online welding school that you can do at home without actually going to school for it. Because a lot of people are looking just to do home hobby stuff. You don't need to go to school for stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna try. Maybe I just uninstall and reinstall it. Because I don't understand why it's not. That doesn't make any sense. It recognizes. There we go. I don't know what changed, but I got it now. Huh. Okay. Well, that was. Now it's not capturing audio. Chickens need to go outside here soon. What do you mean it's not connected? Of course it's connected. Oh. Okay, how about that? All right, so I'm gonna plug in I'm gonna try and get this clarity. One thing I gotta learn is recording audio properly, or I should say, configuring the audio properly. Biggest problem I'm having let me try maybe where I'm clipping it. It may just be where I'm clipping it. Do I have any more remote control stuff? Of course I have remote control stuff. Yes, I have I used to be in the Nitro RC cars when I was a kid. Can't really get it out right now. I have a Traxxas Stampede right now. I don't have a Nitro car now. I got rid of that a long time ago. You know, part of me actually wants to take a job or take a project on where I am, I kind of want to build an RC car from scratch. And what I mean by scratch, like make the uprights, source of suspension, stuff like that, and actually build my own from absolute scratch. You know, custom fabricate the control arms, you know, stuff like that. I got too much going on right now, and I can't really, I wouldn't be able to take that on right now. But I mean, I don't know what a 4.6 MGT is, but I know the Team Associated cars and trucks are really nice machines. Yeah, I got way too much going on. I got a couple of decisions that I got to make coming up. There's a lot. I wish I had. That's an old monster truck. Okay. I wish I had the ability to do this full time and be 100% confident that I could pay myself. The problem is with this whole YouTube, Facebook thing is that I don't feel confident enough to go off and do it full time and make a living off of it. I get too concerned about the volatility. Not only that, I still enjoy actually working. So let me see if this. Let's see how this worked. You know, part of me actually wants to take a job or take a project on where I am kind of want to build an RC car from scratch. And what I mean by scratch. All right, let me try that again. That did not work. Chickens are getting upset. Let's remix this. Let's go there. I'm gonna move the camera away about 6 feet or so. So what other hobbies do I have? So, good opportunity to show you. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna record this. See how well let's see how well this camera follows me. So the camera that I have is supposed to be able to follow me pretty much everywhere I go using tracking. And that's why I got it, so I don't have to hire a cameraman because I don't have the funds to hire somebody. But let me show you what I got. So honestly, welding is my hobby. Welding is my life. Welding is my job. Welding is everything to me. So that's a lot of my hobby. But one of the other things that I do, and I feel like this is par for the course for every welder, I'll show you. So this is my bike here. Okay, and the reason why I'm showing you this is because I've fallen back in love with it after taking it out of storage and polishing it up again. I really didn't even polish it up. I just did a quick waterless wax on it. But I kind of, this is my other hobby. Now I've kind of slowed down lately. My wife used to ride with me. She had her own, but with us having kids, she doesn't get out as much as I do. And even so, when I get out, it's me driving to work. It's not me actually like going for a ride. So I use this as my second vehicle to save gas, basically. Honestly, if it wasn't so windy and cold today, I'd take it to work. But today's not going to be the day. It's a little cold. So, and we got rainy days coming. But that is kind of my other hobby, and that's kind of what got me into welding. Well, it got me into welding for myself, is I wanted to build parts for motorcycles, and oh yeah, it's way too late to start it up. If my garage wasn't attached to the house, that would be a different story, and that's what I'm working towards. I want to be able to build my own shop off the side of the property. That way, if I'm making loud noise in the morning, it's not going to wake everybody up. I'm attached to the house, so I have to be careful with my noise, which is why a lot of the tools that I choose, it's not grinders or air power, because that takes a lot of noise. So, oh look, the camera's following me now. Good. You know, stick around for, if you subscribe, stick around for a while, you'll hear it start up. The one thing I do have to do is, the bike's 10 years old. So, oops. The bike is 10 years old, so, and it is factory. The only thing, oh, on there, while this thing's still recording. So the one thing that I wanted to do is, because this is a Victory, and Victories are not, they're discontinued bikes, okay? I had a hard time buying handlebars. As a matter of fact, I couldn't find handlebars that I like. I don't like 8-hangers on baggers, but I didn't like the handlebars that I had before because I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4", and my handlebars came way out here, and that was way too close for me. So I had to make my own handlebars, and they actually came out a lot better than I thought they would, and I still have the designs for them, and I was actually going to look at getting some of the chromoly steel that I have. So they're made out of chromoly tubing, and making a bunch of pairs for the people who want them, because there's not aftermarket companies that really sell these parts anymore. There's plenty of aftermarket companies that sell the mechanical parts, so I could still fix this bike. I could probably still rebuild it if I had to, but as far as actually customizing and accessorizing and all that other stuff, you know, they don't do that anymore. So thank you, I appreciate it. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of those handlebars. That was one of the first projects that I did for myself. I did that. I did those specific ones with a Harbor Freight stick welder. I had a Harbor Freight stick welder from when I was 18 years old. First started getting into welding, and I was sitting for a while. I said, I'm gonna start doing stuff at home. That was 5 years ago at least. And but I was very proud of him. Matter of fact, and I'm not a good painter. I'll tell you that right now. That is a lot of words for a coffee. I'm just saying, man. I don't drink Starbucks. You got a 73 VW. That's pretty cool too. What's your issue with it? I'm no mechanic. I mean, I'm a weekend warrior at best. But I've done some work on cars. Not a lot. It's supposed to be able to follow me pretty much everywhere I go using tracking. That's why I got it, so I don't have to hire a cameraman. Yeah, that's beyond my expertise there. I'm sorry. But let me show you what I got. So I know cars. Honestly, oh, is it really? Welding is. I mean, I know cars. I know cars very well. As far as being a professional mechanic, actually fixing things, it's touch and go. That's a lot of my hobby. I could probably get away with fixing piston rings if I had to, but as far as giving somebody advice on how to do it, par for the course for every welder. I'll show you. No. You want to replace floor pans? That's a different story. Okay. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I've fallen back in love with it after taking it out of storage and polishing it up again. I really didn't even polish it up. I just did a quick waterless wax on it. But I kind of, this is my other hobby. I kind of think I might take my bike out to work. I've kind of slowed down lately. I know I can't. It's parked in. My wife used to ride with me. She had her own, but with us having kids, she doesn't get out as much as I do. And even so, when I get out, it's me driving to work. It's not me actually. Oh, it's the labor. Are you paying somebody to get it done, or are you trying to do it yourself? I use this as my second vehicle. Okay, I got that. That's pretty. Let's try. Mix it a little better here. You're doing it yourself. I like that. Oh, I appreciate it. You know, it's funny. That wasn't my first bike. Well, obviously not. But I had a Kawasaki Ninja ZX7R when I first started riding that my mom was pissed about. I bought that thing when I was 19, 20. And then I actually ended up, did I trade that in or did I sell it outright? I sold it outright. I sold it and then bought a Victory hammer, and I think I rebuilt that thing twice to make it faster, and it was a rocket. And then I ended up trading that in after probably 6 years and got my Victory Magnum that I have now. Do I own my own welding company? I guess technically speaking, yes. So the Stickman Fabrication is a licensed and trademarked company. I originally started it just to do side jobs and to keep myself busy. And I was going to build and make products that I could sell, such as like handlebars and stuff. But it kind of turned into this social media thing randomly. So I would post on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube about the stuff that I was doing and some of the information that I have based on my experience. And with that, I kind of was hoping that it would take off, but I was not expecting it to, if that makes any sense. And I was kind of hoping to get monetized on YouTube so I could do the YouTube thing while I'm building stuff for other people. And then randomly last year, I got an email from Meta, which is Facebook, that's asked me if I wanted to be monetized and part of their social media platform or whatever. And I said, Facebook of all places? I've been working hard on YouTube, and I was just posting on Instagram and Facebook just to get myself out there. Never intended for it to be a money-making thing, because there was no, like YouTube, you have certain place you have to get to 1,000 subscribers, so many watch hours, and stuff like that. Facebook didn't have that. It was just by invite. I never thought I'd get invited. And then they invited me, and I said, why'd they invite me? There's not much going on Facebook. Why? I hadn't checked it. And then all of a sudden, I go online, and I went from, I think I had 50 followers to 7,000 overnight off of two videos that just at the time for me was what I would have considered viral, tens of thousands of views. I said, oh, well, that's where it's at, then that's where it's at. Let's do it. And started doing it. And now, honestly, Facebook is where most of my popularity is as far as the reels and stuff. I'm surprised. It caught me by surprise. I didn't think that I could do that. I also didn't think there was any money in it. I thought YouTube was the cash cow, and I'm not making a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making a lot at all. It's just enough to keep up with the business. The extra money that the business is making is the projects that I'm doing. This fire pit that I'm doing is what's making the extra. I did a little bit of weld procedure writing for a company. I've done an audit here and there, but so yeah, pretty happy with it. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty exciting when you see it. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's pretty exciting when you see it because it's like, oh, people are watching this stuff. And there's a couple of times where I, started recognizing that people were watching this stuff, and that I put a lot of time into trying to make a really good video and, editing things out and adding some stuff in and moving on. But, some of those videos wouldn't get the viewership that I would expect, and then I would do something dumb like comment on somebody else's video, and then that would get the views. So once I started realizing that, at least on Facebook, people are looking more for, well, I shouldn't say looking more for, but people are paying more attention to the advice that I have based on the videos that I watch. I started doing more of that, and that seems to be what's pushing that. YouTube, I'm just trying to figure out that, like, right now I'm in a lull. I don't have a lot of action going on. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do have a tracking camera. It's actually for live streaming. Turns out, I think the last 2 videos that I made for YouTube, it turns out that it does really good at recording video as well. So I've been using it for that a lot. But I am trying to get it set up so I can do live streams. So the project that I have coming up, or it's actually kind of a competition. I plan on doing live streams with that, and it's going to be open to members only come that time. Now I'll have other lives going on too, so I'll have free lives for everybody, but some of the ones that I'm going to do for this project for the members, that's the one that I want to set up. That's the one I want to actually stream. So that's what I'm trying to set up right now. I'm kind of messing with recording settings and stuff. That's why I have my microphone on. That's why I have the camera on. I'm messing with microphone settings and trying to get the microphone set up right so it sounds like, so the audio quality is better. Because these microphones are capable of exceptional quality, but apparently I was talking to somebody else and they said, oh, you have to get the settings right. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to have to stop and get going here soon. Yeah, it's pretty exciting when you see it because it's like, oh, people are watching this. There's a couple of times where well, I have the audio is going through my computer, and I'm replaying some of the, I put a lot of time into trying to make a really good video, recording things here and there to try and listen to it, editing things out and adding some stuff in and moving on. But because some of those videos wouldn't get the viewership that I would expect, and then I would do something. So I got a little bit of echo going on there. Now, I am not an audio expert at all. I am not even close. Not even close. It's one of those things where I have just enough information to be dangerous. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate the subscription. Yeah, stay tuned. It seems to be that, depending on how this goes, my live streams are a little bit more popular than my edited videos, which is actually a good thing because I don't like editing videos all that much. I like to do them every once in a while, but yeah, but I appreciate sticking around. I gotta get going soon anyways, but let's close that up. I'm usually on the same time most weekday mornings, so I try to get on about 4 o'clock in the morning, which usually goes to about 5 to 5:15, because that's about the time I usually leave for work. And then Friday nights and Saturday nights, not every Friday night, not every Saturday night, but you know, fairly often. Most of the time I'm doing projects. Today's a day where I'm just figuring out camera stuff. But I'm gonna do this last one. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do more live streaming than I am gonna be videos. The videos are gonna be reserved for more professional level editing, so I'm gonna spend more time actually editing them and making them more appealing. But they're gonna be fewer and far between. The shorts I do at least 1 to 2 shorts a day of something welding related. And a lot of times I end up just trying to find something to either comment on or post that I've done or something like that. The option, so the member option is there. It's $7 a month. I'm just gonna tell you right now that I'm on pause right now. I'm not doing much with it. I'm just trying to coordinate everything and try to understand what my path is going to be with it, because there's a lot more to it than I thought. But yeah, so I'm gonna announce all that stuff here soon. I gotta get this stuff together, and especially with some upcoming things that I got going on, I'm gonna have to get on this project a lot sooner than I thought so I can get it done, because there's a possibility that I'm not going to have a lot of time at all. Things might change. We'll see. Maybe not, but yeah. So so yeah, stay tuned to the channel. I don't want you to become a member if you're not going to get anything out of it yet. I feel like that's unfair, but I'll let you know. And trust me, you'll know. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Yeah, and no matter what happens, whether I start traveling a little bit more or whatever, this is still going to be a thing for me. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. So even if I'm not doing as many projects as I was, I'm still going to be doing welding related content and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not going to give up on it. I'm too far into it now, to be honest. I can't give up, but I appreciate the support. I really do. It means a lot to me to hear that from people.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do more live streaming than I am going to be videos. The videos are going to be
Ooh, that sounds better. Did I do something right?
More professional level editing, so I'm going to spend more time actually editing them and making them more appealing. But they're going to be fewer and far between. The shorts I do at least 1 to 2 shorts a day. Something welding related. And a lot of times I end up just trying to find something to either comment on or post that I've done.
Well, do your best.
The option,
and
so
if you
on is there, it's $7
if you get on Facebook and become a follower on Stickman Fabrication or go to my Instagram and whatnot, send me pictures. I'd be curious. I'm interested to see the work that you're doing.
Because there's a lot more to it than I thought. But yeah, so I'm going to announce all that stuff here soon. I got to get this stuff together, and especially with some upcoming things that I got going on, I'm going to have to get on this project a lot sooner than I thought so I can get it done, because there's a possibility that I'm not going to have a lot of time at all. Things might change. We'll see. Maybe not. But yeah.
Instagram is Stickman Fab. I think Facebook, if you look up Stickman Fab, it'll show up too. My Facebook is a lot more popular.
Yeah, stay tuned to the channel. I don't want you to become a member if you're not going to get anything out of it yet. I feel like that's unfair, but I'll let you know.
I'm glad this camera's working out as well as I thought it would.
You'll know.
Okay.
Oh.
I like how that. I'm gonna keep those settings. And then I'm gonna grab my stuff and I gotta get going too. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna have to hop off of here too. I'm gonna pack my stuff up. Thank you again. Yeah, stay tuned for more. I've got a couple regulars that come on that I talk to. Tomato's usually on here. I don't see him today. But usually Tomato's the one that comes on. But I'm also not doing fabrication today, so he may not be watching this time. But it's chilly. On the cold side. All right. Pack this stuff away. I'm also trying to find the best platform to be doing live. I don't know if YouTube's the best or not. I've had the best luck with YouTube, but I've also only tried YouTube and Facebook. I tried Twitch for a little bit, but I'm not a big fan of Twitch. I also think Twitch is geared more towards gamers than it is stuff that I do. So if anybody has any suggestions on what platform to go live on, that would be very helpful. I think YouTube's it for me at least, but hopefully it gets more popular as I go. I used to have, now when I did my exhaust project, which I haven't done, it's not completed yet. I have a twisted or braided exhaust system that I'm putting on a motorcycle, and because of the project that I'm coming up with, yeah, I've heard TikTok. To be honest with you, I have a bad taste for TikTok. I mean, I don't know. People keep bothering me about getting on TikTok. I might do it just to see what happens. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if I will, to be honest with you. I have enough going on here. It's already hard enough posting on 3 separate platforms between YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, nice thing is Instagram and Facebook kind of go hand in hand. So if I post on one, it goes to the other. That's nice. But, and then I was on LinkedIn. I was on LinkedIn way back when. I was on LinkedIn for a while, and then I just kind of drifted off. LinkedIn is good for professionals trying to get more popularity for the working world. And it was great for me as a pipe welder, that's for sure. But, you know, as a, I guess I can call myself a content creator, even though I don't like saying that. That's not the term that I like to use. It just gives me a bad taste in my mouth. I'll call myself an online educator. But as an online educator, LinkedIn's not the place to go. There's already professionals. People on LinkedIn are already professionals. My channel and what I'm trying to do has nothing to do with trying to be professional. It has everything to do with getting people into welding for the first time. So, and it's home hobby stuff. It's not professional work. I tried to post professional work a while ago, and the companies didn't like that, so I just stopped. I want to take my bike out so bad, but it's windy and cold. Another day. Oh, and if I do any motorcycle rides, I plan on doing live streams for that stuff too, just because I feel like motorcycles and welders go hand in hand. So, all right. That's going to be it. I got to get off for real now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more. Like I said, pretty soon I'm going to announce this project, and I got to get started on it like right now. We'll see. All right. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.